Hi, Paola.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Excellent, thank you.
Great. Okay, we're going to see if anyone else chooses to join us. If not, you're going to have a great lesson today, a
Okay.
one-on-one. Also, in advance, I'm going to try to mute it regularly. They have been setting off the fire alarm to test it in the building. So, oh, hey there's Joe. Hi, Joe. I just telling Paola, they are currently testing the fire alarm system in our building. So every once in a while it may go off. I will try to mute my phone or my Zoom when that does because it is quite annoying.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Sakina. Okay, we'll give a couple more minutes. And
hey James, sorry I'm late. I was wrapping up the previous class. Let's just give it another second. I'm gonna go live on Facebook before we begin.
Okay, sounds good. Hi, Adrian. Oh, that is you.
Yeah, that's me. Oh no.
Did we kick people out?
This is another link, Adrian. So they would have to hop onto this link.
Gotcha. No, just wanted to make sure that we didn't inadvertently kick anybody out when we jumped on.
Okay, there we go. So as I was saying earlier, they have decided to test the fire alarms here today. They gave us notice at 12:30. So for the last hour or so, it's been going on and off. So every time it goes off, I will try to mute it to spare all of you from that.
Fair enough. James, love it.
So.
All right.
We're almost live on Facebook. Give it just a moment. Gotta make sure we get this out there. All right, we're live.
We're live. Hi, everybody. Hi, Facebook family. So today, welcome to your Tech Tuesday. I am James Fauché. I am your Director of Agent Services at Keller Williams Miami Beach. My co-host, who you all already know, is Baby. So she'll be helping me out. And then on Thursday, if you come back, she'll be teaching us something a little new, and I'll be helping her out.
I got you, James. I got you. I heart you, man. I heart you. I appreciate you doing this for us. All right. So the way and you know, James, if you want to write into the chat real fast, I have a feeling you had a subject you wanted to cover while your fire alarm's going off. Maybe we can at least start it for you and then go.
It only goes off for about 10 or so 15 seconds. So it's little spurts.
Perfect. Go for it.
So, okay, so today I'm going to be showing you something you can do with your KW Search app. So the first thing, and also I just want you to know, if you do have questions, I want you to keep those questions and I will be able to answer them at the end of the class. Okay, guys? So, okay, so does everyone have the KW Search app on their phone? So that is the white and red KW Search app. Okay. So in that app, I want to make sure you all have it on there. So if you do, I'm going to open the chat so I can check out there.
So everybody on, we see a lot of no cameras, which is not a problem, but this is more of a workshop because we're here to help you and just make sure that you're on board with us. So everybody that's on, either put a reaction, giving us a thumbs up that you have the KW consumer app. Awesome, Eleanor, thank you. Either put it in the chat, do what you guys need to do, but please advise us if you have it downloaded, because if not, we're gonna ask you to go to your app store right now and get it downloaded as we do this.
Yep, it is our focus today. So, okay.
All right, I'm gonna safely assume that you all have it downloaded. Silence to me means you guys are good to go. Go for it, James.
Okay. So I want to show you one thing about the app that I hope you all know. is that this app can be assigned to you from the consumer. So what that means is the consumer can designate you as their agent. And to make that more convenient, Keller Williams has created an app link for you. So I first want to make sure that you know where to find that. Now I'm going to be using today's class, I'm going to be going between my phone and command. So right now I am going to show you command and where to find your KW app link. Okay, guys, so here we go. I'm going to try to share my screen. Bear with me. Okay, so you should be looking at my command. Okay, so here just also they have introduced guided tours, just so y'all know, that's over here. So in order to find our KW app link, we are going to go up to your profile here. Click out of that profile here, and then you're going to go to your settings. Okay.
James, I'll speak for you. Okay, so once you go to settings, then on the left-hand side, you're gonna click connect settings and then marketing profile. So this is your marketing profile. So at the bottom is the link for your app.
Yeah. So this here is my app link. And so this here, if I send this link to my potential consumer, they use this link to download the app, it'll automatically designate me as their agent. So you want to make sure that whenever you're sharing this app with people, that they are choosing you as their agent so that then they remember you and can communicate with you. Okay, so now we're going to go to
We're gonna give it a moment.
Okay, so now I'm going to take you into the app itself so I can show you what we're going to work on today. So I'm going to share it from my phone. Okay, so now you can see, I'm going to go to my KW app. Now, as you know, this is the consumer app. So any the login for this, for you, is an account you've created on your own. This is not a KW password and login. So any login for this for yourself, it will be your own login that you create for yourself because you're going to be coming into it as the consumer. Okay,
So in other words, when you first download it, it's gonna ask you log in or sign up. Please sign up. You're gonna be signing up as a consumer, like he just explained. I thought I'd give you a few fillers as the alarm goes off.
okay, kick me off here, so let me rebroadcast. Okay, so when you're in the KW apps, under more is where they will find you as their agent. There I am, I'm my own agent. It has my there we go. Let's see if this works better. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so there I am as my own agent. Now, what I want to show you guys today is that while we're not able to go in here and entirely customize this as your own brand, there is one section that you can customize to reach your consumer. And that's this middle section, which is called the guide. So in the guide, they have a buyer's guide and they have a selling guide. And it takes you, it's a generic guide that's put in there initially. And it's going to show you to start your search and get pre-approved. And it basically tells them the order of what they should expect in the home buying process. Okay, it gives them all these very specific things, gives a little explanation. You can click on them, it'll give them more information as well. Okay. Now in this is where you have the power to brand it for yourself. So when they choose you as their agent, you can come in and you can make this more personal. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and that is in Command. So I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to show you how to do that in Command.
So while he gets his screen up and going, if you guys have your apps open, go ahead and take a look at your guide. See how generic it is. It's pretty simple. You probably didn't even know you had a guide. So go ahead and click that in the middle while he gets his screen going.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm here at my Command home, and I'm going to go over here to consumer. And this is also where you can control your website, but I want to go to the guide builder. Sorry, the math sometimes makes it harder for me to talk to. Okay, and in here, this is my buying and this is my selling. So they've already, this is going to show me the same thing I saw in the app. See how this is set up? Okay. Now this is where you have that power to control what you're presenting. So you're able to edit it here. Okay, you're going to click it here. And then you have the ability to change the photos. So these are generic photos. They're not really related to Miami. They're just general home photos. So you can make this more of a Miami-centric or your lifestyle brand photos. So if you have some photos, you're able to insert them here and change them. You're also able to change the wording. So if you have a certain way you like to speak or certain words that you use generally, you can insert those here. You can make it more your own and have it more relatable to who your consumer is. And then also a really cool thing is that you're allowed to add to this. So if you go all the way to the bottom, you can add a step. And in here, you can add a step by saying, I'm going to say, James welcomes you. Yeah, and then I can make it say, I'm James Boucher, and I'm excited to start your home buying experience. Experience. That's not how you spell that. With you. Okay. And then
Does anybody have any questions so far?
I can move that to the top. And that can be what greets them. So now I'm making it more about me. Well, not more about me, but making it more so they have a connection with me when they're in here. So it's not just a generic search app, it has more of a connection. They have more information. They also know what to expect. And so that's the way that you can update it for them. Okay, so, and then if you don't like a step, or I don't want to actually have this, or I didn't like it anymore, you can just remove it and it's gone. So, and then they also have an introduction. I am been working with Scott Leroy to determine exactly when this shows up in the app, because we haven't figured that out exactly, and if it's a feature that's coming, but I would just fill it out, make sure it's filled, so when it does pop up, they'll have that information as well. Okay, so yes, you can go back and you can go to your
How's everybody doing so far with this? We're halfway through. We have about 15 minutes left of the class. So now's your time to ask any questions regarding what you're seeing here until that sound goes off.
Yeah, and the same thing here. You can update it. You can make it your own. Okay, see, you can change all the different text that they have in there to make sure that it reflects how we do business, and also to make it reflect yourself.
So I have a question just to kind of backtrack a little bit. Has anybody shared their app before? If you have not shared your app, please let us know. If you have, silence is good. All right, so that means every single one of us on this call has shared our app. Awesome. Now, when you're sharing your app, I have a question just to kind of backtrack a little bit. Has anybody shared their app before? Why? Oh man, that was weird. Felt like I was in another dimension. All right. So everybody has shared their app. Awesome. Now, do you know if the people that you're sharing with have downloaded the app? It's one thing to share it and to tell someone to download it, but have you followed up to make sure that your clients are actually downloading? Yay, nay? Hello? They mostly say it doesn't work. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about that. When you say that they say it doesn't work, which part of the app isn't working for them? I'm not sure, probably user error. Definitely could be user error. So I'm glad that you brought that into play. So if all of you, depending on what kind of phones you have, most of our platforms do what's called screen sharing on our phone, which means we can actually record what we're doing on our screen and it saves as a video. Now, I know for sure iPhone does it, and I'm almost certain that Android has an app to do that. So with that being said, have you all played with that? Have you all shown your clients how to do this? Because if you're going to go in and customize it, it's because the intention is to actually get a return of your investment, and that investment being time of, actually going in and customizing. So with that being said, that's one of the suggestions that I would have is screen record how to use the app quickly, share it with them and let them know, hey, this is how you do it. That way you know what's going on. And that way too, you can follow up and keep track with the clients who are actually engaging. You're able to see their searches, if they sign up, things like that. So very important that you follow up. It's not just sending the link and letting it go into nowhere. Let it go somewhere by giving you some money in return. All right, I'm done with that. James, all you. Still going off. All right, so with that being said, we're going to leave these last 10 minutes open for random Q&A. So if you have any kind of command related questions, now is your time. Man, tough.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Okay, so my tough crowd that we got going on here, I don't want to have to pick on people. There's a couple people here that I don't feel like I know. So with that being said, Miss Eleanor, nice to see you. How's it going for you, dear? Do you need any kind of command help? You're on mute, my dear.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. I already had my Kelly kind of set up from a previous class.
Awesome.
So I was just taking it again just to reinforce what I had learned. But then I learned today about adding another step with my picture. So that's good that I can add to my Kelly.
Awesome. So Miss Eleanor, Kelly is going to be your artificial intelligence. So
I'm
the
sorry,
Kelly
my
app-
Kate. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
you consumer.
Yeah,
I just
my
wanted
red
to
and white, my red and white
Yep.
app. Yes,
Yeah.
Red and white is consumer.
Yes.
Kelly is going to be that
Yes.
turquoise color. So
yes,
I know we can, all this color language could be a lot.
yes. But I learned about to add a step to my, I am excited to start my home buying to make it a little bit more personable.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Miss
Yes.
Eleanor. I see Miss Jing Short. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well. Interested in knowing how you're doing with command. Do you have any questions?
I don't know how to do it. I had to figure out first for myself.
Okay, all right. So with that being said, there's a couple of very, very helpful links that I'm going to put into the chat right now with some very useful videos for all you self-taught individuals, which I love.
Okay,
but with
thank
that
you.
being said, I'm going to stick all those links in there. Those include very short links, some very long links, you know, very long classes. So with that, definitely save those, whatever you got to do. How long have you been with us, Jing?
Oh, I 2 years at here.
2 years? Awesome.
Yeah,
That is awesome. Okay.
thank you.
All right. So I am putting the first link I put in the chat, everybody, is the Marty Miller 66-day challenge. And I'm sure if you've been with us for a long time, like Jing, you probably heard that 1,000 times, either on Facebook or through one of our meetings. But it's
Yeah.
redundancy, because without redundancy, we're never really going to learn. So go ahead and do those videos. Most of them are no more than 12 minutes long. Some of them are only 3 minutes long, but it gives you an opportunity to navigate command in very simple ways. You pause and play. Watch it on your phone, do it on your computer. Pause the video on your phone, practice it on your computer. That's the best way you're going to be able to learn.
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. Yani, nice to see you.
Hi.
How you doing? Any command questions?
Yeah, actually, I have a question.
I like it. Talk to me.
Well, it is an issue with the system. I was wondering how long it's gonna take to solve that issue, because I think there are many people or other people experiencing the same. It is in designs. I haven't tried the designs templates to create social products, anything, because there is an error, and I was told it should be solved soon, but I don't know how soon.
And which error is that, Yani? What is it that you see happening? Because I actually create all of my social posts. Everything you've ever seen on our websites are all from here. So I would like to know what's up.
Okay, if you go to design social next, yeah, that one is good. Next,
Okay.
yeah, I cannot see anything. I see an error, and the support team is telling me they should work on that,
Oh.
but I don't know if that's a
So
many
you don't
people
see
are
any of this when you hit next, is what you're saying?
no.
Oh,
see
that's
an
not good.
error.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Have you deleted your cookies?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I see the same. I add also the URL. No, I see the same problem.
So this morning I had an issue where when I initially came into my command, I got like it was a blank screen, like what you're saying, with a blue little like ghost. I don't know how else to explain what the figure looked like, but it was like a blue cartoon, and it gave me an error. So what I had to do was I literally exited out of my entire Chrome, I opened up a new tab. Hold on. It's on my other desktop, so you're not going to be able to see it. But hold on. I'm going to open up a new window. All right. Bring it over here. Then I came in here, deleted my cookies. So I cleared my browsing history. I cleared my data. And now once I did that, I exited out again and I opened up a new window again. I'm just that kind of person. I rather just exit, usually exiting resets. And when I came back in, I was not signed in, which was good. And I just made sure that I was able to sign in with my username and password. Once I came back into designs, it didn't give me the issue anymore, but it did take for me to do all of what you just saw. So I would suggest maybe try that, maybe try restarting your computer as well, because I've noticed, and this is personal experience, that when creating certain designs, sometimes it'll take too long to save, for example. And if I refresh, it's obviously gonna mess up everything I created. So I just try to, excuse me. I just try to always clear cookies, try incognito, try different things, because it's gonna happen a lot, but it doesn't always happen in the masses. Sometimes it just happens to us individually. So try doing that and hopefully it works. But if not, I don't know. I can try with your username and password as well later if you'd like. You can send that over and I can try it on my computer to see if I'm getting the issue here.
Davies, I was going to say the same thing about the incognito, but I don't know that everybody knows what that means.
So let me show you. Good point, Morel. So incognito, if you use Chrome, usually you're going to see these little dots here. If you click on those three little dots, you're going to see new tab, new window, new incognito window. So what incognito means is now you can browse privately and other people who use this device won't see your activity. However, downloads and bookmarks will be saved. So with that, you can use this as well. Now, the best practice is to use it incognito mode, but I will be honest with you, personally, either one works for me. As long as I delete the cookies on the other one, it's just as fine. But you're open to both. Now, if the regular one continuously gives you issues, definitely come into incognito and try that. So accept cookies, let's see. Which, since we're in designs, I want to show you guys some very, you see, this happens a lot to me incognito. So with that, I just stopped using it incognito for designs. I use it more for other things.
Recommended that for designs and not to use it in incognito.
Right? Okay. So thank you, James, for confirming that, because I've learned to not use incognito when it comes to designs. So since we are in designs, though, I want to show you the very last option here on the left-hand side is templates. If you go to new designs, you're going to find a lot of cute posts already for the upcoming holidays. So you have Veterans Day. It gives you about 4 different options for Veterans Day. Keep in mind, you're going to see different sizes. Up at the top, you'll see social stories. This is for your Instagram and Facebook stories. They're both the same size, so it doesn't matter. You can post it to either one. Social square is mainly for like Instagram and LinkedIn. Okay. Now it looks beautiful on Facebook. If you have your Instagram and Facebook connected, as well as your Twitter, this is the image size you want to use. Okay. So for example, tomorrow I'm going to be posting this one right here, this Happy Veterans Day from Level 5 Leadership. I'm using this particular size. It's going to be posted on Facebook. I get to click my little button, or excuse me, post it on Instagram. I'm going to click my button for Facebook and Twitter, and now it goes to all 3. The reason why I'm saying that is because the last option is social wide, which social wide is a little bit better for Facebook. So if all you post is to Facebook, this is the beautiful size that you want to choose. But if you're posting to multiple platforms, you want to use square. Any questions on sizes and stuff? No? Okay. I'm going to show you quickly.
Yes.
Oh, hit me, girl. Yes. Thank you.
There was a size that I was trying to fit into my cover page. For my page, I wanted to use a cover photo. What's best for the cover?
So on the left-hand side on your categories, you want to go to business basics. And then the last one is social branding. When you click on social branding, you get Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook covers. So depending on
Okay.
what platform you're using, just remember left-hand side, business basics, social branding. And that's where you'll
Okay.
find those. Okay. I will say regarding Facebook, for my particular business page, I had to kind of mess with it a little bit. If you see here, I use this one here and it's very centralized, the whole images. I had to move the images down because I noticed that on Facebook, it just looked a little weird. Hold on one second. Right here. So for example, let me open it up. You see how I had to move it all the way down. So I have this large white space here up top because when I'm on the desktop, it looked weird when it was centralized. Like the welcome was too far up, that kind of thing. So you'll find yourself playing with it. Just don't be afraid. It's very simple. This can get confusing if you let it, okay? Let's say you don't want to use this at all. You don't want to use any of these templates. You can open it up, use any of them, right? And you want to delete it all so you can have a blank space. You're going to highlight. So all I did was press right outside of the design. And now I'm using my cursor to move it. Boom. Now I have everything covered or highlighted, better said. You see the perforated lines. Now up at the top right, you have remove. So now I just removed all that. So now I got to do it one more time to remove the image placeholder and remove. Oh, all right. So this one's going to be a little, okay. I thought it was going to be stubborn, but there you go. So now you have a blank canvas. So if you want to change the background, you just click directly on the background. You can either choose an image by dragging and dropping or just choosing a color. Let's say I like this gray. On the left, if I want to add my logo. One very important thing at the bottom, you're going to see the ruler. 0 is the middle. I know that's kind of common sense, but sometimes it could throw you off. It looks a little weird once you start adding images, and I noticed that. So I just always rule of thumb is my 0 and I look for my 0 because sometimes it'll seem like it's not centered, but it is. What else we got? So this KWLS on the side, this is the Keller Williams listing service. So here we can pull up either particular listings. They have to be either on the KWLS or you can search by MLS number, or you can do snapshots. So this is kind of cool too. Let's say you're on a team and your team only farms one particular area. So for example, my team farms Riviera Isles and Miramar. Right here on the side, I'm choosing either neighborhood name or postal code. Okay, very important. Now, I typed in Riviera Isles. It gave me a bunch of options. I know the one that I'm looking for is Miramar. So what do these give me? Let's let it load. So now I have the option of putting snapshots. So let's say I like this one. So this is a snapshot of Riviera Isles. So here it tells me the average listing price, the average sold price, how many total active, pending, days on market, average days on market, and the average price per square foot. So this information, I'm never going to say anything is 100% accurate. So that's that. But you can definitely go and verify it with your MLS for sure. So with that, any questions on designs? We're 3 minutes over. So if we have questions, I'm willing to stay on to answer them. You guys are the most lively group. You guys are great. We'll be here Thursday. This week is jam-packed, everybody. I'm going to pull up the calendar since I have a bunch of you here. Might as well take advantage of this moment. Tomorrow, there is a free, my favorite word, free, 3-hour continuing education class. It's called Social Media Market Like a Rock Star. So in this class, this is hosted by Supreme Lending. If you go to l5ltraining.com, the registration link is there. Please make sure to register. If you do not register, you can't get counted for your 3 hours. How do they know that you were even there? So make sure you register, make sure you put what office you're in, but your real estate number is really the most important thing, okay? Because that's what they have to report to the state. So please make sure you register for that. It is from 1 to 4 p.m. Then Thursday, we have our business meeting and it's all about wealth building. So Tom Fonseca is a Dave Ramsey coach. So he's going to be talking about 3 different ways to become a millionaire, the path of money, and to change your way of thinking around profit share. Make it for the 11:30 meeting. And Friday, we have systematize your lead gen with command. So we were just in command. So now Zach Younger, who was a trainer out of California, and he's also an OP, I think. Don't quote me on that. Oops. I think he's a regional director. Sorry. But anywho, point is that he's awesome. He knows his technology, and he's going to go into how to systematize your lead generation using commands. So he's going to talk about how to create marketing campaigns, ads, all that good stuff. So you definitely want to make it. This week is jam-packed. Take a look at the calendar, schedule your week, and I'm out if you guys are not going to ask me any questions. We done?
It was great seeing you all.
Thank you so
And
much.
if you have any questions about what I was telling you, just feel free to contact me on frontdesk632@kw.com. Okay, bye guys.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye bye.